Welcome to BIO Buzz Center. This is Tracy Cooley, and I am here at the BIO International Convention in San Diego, and I'm here with Dr. John Maraganore, who is CEO of Cambridge, Massachusetts-based Alnylam. Welcome, Dr. Maraganore.
Thanks, Tracy. Good to be here.
So before we get started, we're going to be talking today about the Prescription Drug User Fee Act. But before we get started, let's talk a little bit about Alnylam and what your company is working on.
So Alnylam is an RNAi therapeutics company. We're developing RNAi therapeutics for a whole range of different diseases. Our lead programs are in the orphan disease space. We have a program for the treatment of TTR amyloidosis, which is an orphan disease afflicting 50,000 people worldwide. And we have a program in hemophilia, a program in porphyria, a program in complement-mediated diseases. So a wide array of programs, largely focused in genetic medicines.
Wonderful. So, like I said, we are here to talk about the Prescription Drug User Fee Act, or PDUFA for short. So your company and you yourself were very active in the last round of negotiations for PDUFA. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so PDUFA 5 was, I think, a major landmark in PDUFA legislation across many dimensions. I think first and foremost, obviously, was the nuts and bolts of the approval to get PDUFA reauthorized and use that as a framework for how the FDA is resourced and staffed to approve new medicines. But the other aspect of PDUFA 5 that I think has been really remarkable for the industry, and most importantly for patients, has been the FDASIA component of PDUFA, where a number of FDA reform acts and measures were approved. And that includes things like breakthrough therapy designation, which has really made a big impact in getting medicines to patients faster than before.
And right now the industry is engaged in the next round of PDUFA negotiations. So can you talk about the importance of emerging companies and their role in guiding this round of negotiations?
Well, this PDUFA 6, which is now in the process of being discussed, is really an opportunity to expand on what was approved and obtained with PDUFA 5 and FDASIA. And so this is an opportunity for emerging companies that have important scientific discoveries to work together with BIO and ultimately with the FDA to enact new legislation that can even build further beyond what PDUFA 5 achieved. And so we're looking forward to working with FDA on this, and we're looking forward to the input that we get from emerging companies on things that could be important to them to get their medicines to patients faster.
And BIO's actually launched a survey to help companies provide input into this process, which I know, Dr. Maraganore, you've been engaged in. Can you tell us a little bit about the survey?
Yeah, the survey that's being launched, I think, is going to be critical to the PDUFA 6 process. You know, we don't have a framework for discussing matters with the FDA unless we have data. And so the data around companies' interactions with the FDA, how their approval process went, how their IND process went, how the review process in the middle took place, you know, which divisions were cooperative, which divisions were not cooperative. Those type of feedback data are really critical for us to be able to get new and effective measures put in place for PDUFA 6.
In working with you, we really want to make sure that companies are participating in this. Can you tell us the importance of having companies fill out the survey and be engaged?
Well, again, you know, without data in this survey that we can use as part of our discussions with the FDA, we don't really have a sound foundation to understand what the issues are to begin with. So we need your help. We need you to fill out the data and the link so that we can actually use that information to guide our discussions.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Tracy. Pleasure to be here.
And most importantly, let's share the link. It is www.bio.org. /FDA survey, which you can find on our website, and you can participate in negotiations that way. And thank you for joining us today.